The Strongest Battlegrounds is known for its wide array of updates, from game balancing changes to new characters, moves, and special interactions. However, there are a lot of updates that get teased or leaked in the community, but take a really long time to actually come out. Sometimes, they never do. As a result, after the initial hype dies down, players often forget about these updates altogether. But today, I'm going to bring some of these forgotten leaks back to light. These are the updates that were once hyped, leaked, or talked about, but have faded from memory. If you've been a long-time player, this should be an interesting trip down memory lane. First up, the death counter rework. One of the oldest moves in the game, the death counter, has become a symbol of nostalgia for many long-time players of the Strongest Battlegrounds. It's been there from almost the very beginning, and remains one of the most iconic abilities, especially for the hardcore fans. But what if I told you there was once a plan to rework its animation? Yes, you heard that right. A rework of the death counter was in the works. But as with many updates in this game, it never saw the light of day. This rework was teased in the Yelding Arts Discord server, where the owner shared a video saying, "The TSB team worked on a death counter rework, but never really finished it. Do you think we should continue?" This sparked an immediate discussion among players, with the overwhelming majority voting yes. The fans were ready for an upgraded death counter animation, but despite the strong vote, the update never came out. It seems to have been put on the back burner, or perhaps the developers just forgot about it. Still, since the vote was in favor of completing the rework, there's a chance we could see it drop in a future update. Suiryu versus garou animation. This is another gem that seems to have faded from the collective memory of the player base. The Suiryu versus garou animation was sent out in the Strongest Battlegrounds Discord server a while back, and at the time it generated a lot of excitement. The idea behind this animation was that it would serve as a special interaction between the two characters, meaning that if garou gets hit by a Suiryu ultimate move, this unique animation would trigger. This would add a layer of cinematic flair to their encounters, giving players a visual treat that would make battles between the two feel even more special. Despite how cool it looked and how excited players were for it, the animation seems to have been lost in the shuffle of updates. However, it's important to note that it hasn't been officially scrapped. Given how polished the animation looked, it seems likely that it could still make its way into the game. Let's hope the developers are just waiting for the right time to drop it, because it would add so much to the experience of playing these characters. Voice chat, VC servers. Now, this is a more recent leak, but it still didn't get as much attention as some of the other updates, which is surprising given how big of a deal it could be. VC, or voice chat, is a Roblox feature that allows players to communicate with each other directly through their microphones. It's been implemented in other popular Roblox games like Doors and Please Donate, where players with voice chat enabled can talk to one another during the game. When this feature was leaked for the Strongest Battlegrounds, not many players discussed it, and it quickly faded from the community's collective memory. The way it could work is simple. When you log into the game, you might see a little GUI, graphical user interface, asking if you want to join voice chat servers. Only players with voice chat enabled would be able to enter those servers, creating a different kind of gaming experience where players can communicate with voice instead of just text. Personally, I'm really excited about this update. Imagine coordinating with your friends in real time, strategizing, or even just taunting your opponents as you battle it out. It could bring a whole new level of immersion to the game. Plus, if voice chat is anything like in other Roblox games, it'll make teaming up with random players a lot easier. The Twitter picture leak. Let's talk about something a bit more mysterious now. A while back, the owner of the Strongest Battlegrounds shared a picture on Twitter. This picture caused quite a stir in the community, even though nobody really knew what it was supposed to be. The picture clearly showed something happening within the game, and sharp-eyed fans quickly noticed that you could see part of the TSB map in the background. But what's the picture supposed to represent? Nobody really knows. The owner has remained pretty tight-lipped about it, and there haven't been any clear hints since then. It's definitely one of those leaks that gets players speculating wildly, and it could be something big. Or maybe it's just a small detail that hasn't been explained yet. Either way, we're still waiting to see what this picture means for the future of the strongest battlegrounds. The poll update next. We have the infamous poll update. This isn't one specific update, but rather a whole collection of updates that were teased in the polls channel of the TSB Discord server. These polls asked players to vote on different potential updates, and while many of these ideas got positive feedback, none of them have been added to the game yet. Let's dive into some of these ideas, starting with the VIP entrance message customization. If you've played the strongest battlegrounds for a while, you know that the VIP Game Pass offers several cool features. You get a VIP chat tag, you can hide your kills and kill streak, and you can even customize the color and image of your cape. One feature that was teased but hasn't been implemented yet is the ability to customize your entrance message. Currently, the game announces your arrival with a standard message, like 22 fresh French fries has arrived. The idea was to let VIP users edit this message to whatever they want, within reason, of course. The owner seemed a little hesitant about this idea, though. They said NVM might encourage people pretending to be admins, mods unless I ban some words, which suggests that this update would require some extra moderation. Despite the concerns, it would be a really fun way for VIP players to express themselves, and it's definitely an update that players have been waiting for. The Rain and Lightning update. Another highly anticipated feature is the Rain update, which was talked about way back in April. The owner asked whether players would prefer for rain to be a natural event or a setting that they could toggle on and off. The poll results showed that most players wanted rain to appear as a random event, adding more unpredictability to battles. But that's not all. The owner also teased that during rainstorms, there could be perfectly timed lightning strikes that sync up with certain moves, like the death blow move. Imagine smashing your opponent into the ground, and at the exact moment of impact, a lightning bolt cracks through the sky. It's these little details that can bring the game to life, and this update would certainly add an extra layer of immersion to the battle experience. M1 changes. Fast versus slow M1s. Lastly, let's talk about the potential M1 changes. In one of the polls, the owner asked if players would like to see slow M1s adjusted to have the same speed as the strongest hero's fast M1s. For those unfamiliar, M1 refers to a character's basic attack speed, and in TSB, some characters have slower M1s while others have faster ones. Balancing these speeds is important because it affects how fair or fun a character is to play. At first glance, I thought speeding up all M1s was a good idea, but after hearing feedback from the community, I'm not so sure anymore. One player, known as the Holy Grail, made a compelling argument against it, explaining that part of what makes certain characters unique is their varying attack speeds. Balancing these speeds too much could make some characters feel too similar, losing their distinct playstyle. That's all the news I've got for you guys today. I hope you found this breakdown helpful, and if you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future updates. I'll be keeping a close eye on all the latest news and leaks, so if anything new drops, you can bet I'll be covering it right here on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day.